Good morning, student. This is MSc First Physics Semester Second, Paper Second, Atoms and Molecule. Now we have to discuss in last lecture fine structure and hyperfine structure of the uh, atom. Then now we have to discuss in this lecture the R3 theory. This is the new concept and it is related to the quantum mechanics. Now, what is meant by R3 theory? The R3 theory is one the simplest approximate theories for solving the many bodies Hamiltonian. It is based on a simple approximation to the curve to the true many bodies wave function that the wave function is given by a single Slater determination of n spin orbital. This theory is used for n spin orbital. In we have to discuss in last lecture only 2 3 4 spin we have to discuss, but in this article n spin orbitals we have to discuss. Now most of the work in this field has done by Douglas R3 and collaborators starting in 1928. It involves solving the time-independent Schrodinger equation for a system of Z electron moving independently in the atom. We are the familiar of Schrodinger equation, time-independent and dependent equation we have already discussed in TYBSC. Now, the total potential of the atom can be written as the sum of a set of Z identical net potential, means A to Z identical net potential V of R, each depending on the radial coordinates R of one electron only. Consequently, the equation can be separated into a set of Z time independent Schrodinger equation, all of which are of the same form and each of which describe one electron moving independently in its net potential. A typical time-independent Schrodinger equation for one electron is h cross minus of h cross square upon 2m delta square psi of r comma theta comma psi plus v of r into psi of r comma theta comma psi, so sorry, phi is equal to e epsilon into r comma theta comma phi. Here r, theta and phi are the spherical polar coordinates of the typical electrons. Delta square is the Laplacian operator, E is the total energy of the electron, V of r is its net potential, and psi of r comma theta comma phi is the eigenfunction of the electron. The total eigenfunction for the atom is composed of product of Z of these eigenfunctions that describe the independently moving electrons. Initially, the exact form of the net potential V of R experienced by the typical electron is not known, but it can be found by going through a self-consistent treatment comprised of the following steps. First one is a first guess at the form of V of R is obtained by taking any reasonable interpolation values of R. The equation is V of R is equal to minus Z E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. Then R tends to 0. Then solving this equation, V of R is equal to minus of E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught R Z epsilon naught R, and R tends to infinity. Z is the negligible term. This guess based on the idea mentioned previously that then an electron very near the nucleus feels the full Coulomb's attraction of its charge plus Ze. The electron and proton, the attraction charge is Ze, while an electron very far from the nucleus feels a net charge of plus E, because the nucleus charge is shielded by the charge minus of Z minus 1 into E. of the other electrons surrounding the nucleus. Then second one is the time independent Schrodinger equation for a typical electron. Equation 1 means last equation, this equation minus h cross square upon 2m delta square psi of r comma theta comma phi plus v of r into psi of r comma theta comma phi is equal to e of psi into r comma theta comma phi. This equation number 1 is solved for the net potential V of R obtained in the previous step. This is not easy to do because the radial part of the equation must be solved by numerical integration. Since V of R is a complicated function, the eigenfunction for a typical electron found in this step are psi alpha into r comma theta comma phi comma psi beta into r comma theta comma phi and psi gamma into r comma theta comma psi and so on. They are listed in order of increasing energy of the corresponding eigenvalues e alpha comma e beta comma e gamma and so on. Each of the symbols is alpha comma beta comma gamma and so on stands for a complete set of 3 space and 1 spin quantum number for the electron. Which one? These are alpha, beta and gamma are the 3 space. Now to obtain the ground state of the atom, the quantum states of its electron are filled in such a way as to minimize the total energy and yet satisfy the weaker condition of the exclusion principle. We have discussed already what is by exclusion principle. That is, the states are filled in order of increasing energy, which one electron in each state as illustrated symmetrically in figure 1. The eigen function of the first electron will be, this is the diagram of energy level diagram of the exclusion principle. Then lower ground state is E alpha, E beta, E gamma and so on. These are the states increasing in excited states. Then the eigenfunction for the first electron will be psi alpha into first electron psi alpha into r1 comma theta 2 r1 comma theta 1 comma theta 1. This is my mistake. This is r1 theta 1 and psi 1. The eigenfunction for the second will be psi beta is equal to r2 comma theta 2 and psi 2 and so on. The third one is psi gamma is equal to into r3 comma theta 3 comma phi 3 and so on. This is the eigenfunction of first, second, third and up to infinity electrons. The electron charge distribution of the atom are then evaluated from the eigenfunction specified in the previous steps. This is done by taking the charge distribution of each electron as the product of its charge minus of E times its probability density function psi into psi. The justification of is that psi into psi determines the probability that the charge would be found in various locations in the atom. The charge distribution of Z-1 representative electrons are added to the nuclear charge distribution upon charge plus Jd at the origin to determine the total charge distribution of the atom as seen by a typical electron. Now fifth one is the Gauss law of electrostatics is used to calculate the electric field produced by the total charge distribution obtained in the previous step. Means third step is represented by second is first this previous step. The integral of this electric field is then evaluated to obtain a more accurate estimated of the net potential V of R experienced by typical electrons. The new V of R that is found generally differ from the estimate made in step first. The sixth one is if it is appreciably different, the entire procedure is repeated starting at state 2 and using a new V of R after several cycles 2 tends to 3, 3 tends to 4, 4 tends to 5 and again 5 tends to 2 repeated. This process will be repeated. 5 tends to 2, 2 tends to 3, 3 tends to 4, 4 tends to 5 and again repeated 2, 3, 4, 5. This is repeated again and again. The V of R obtained at the end of a cycle is essentially the same as the used in the beginning. Then this V of R is the self-consistent net potential and the eigenfunction calculated from this potential describe the electron in the ground state of the multi-electron atom, means ground state atom. Now the next article is results of R3 theory. The eigenfunctions that are found in the R3 theory for the electron in the spherically symmetrical net potential of a multi-electron atom are closely related to the eigenfunction. In fact, the R3 eigenfunction can be written psi of n, l, ml and ms. These are the quantum numbers. N means principal quantum number, L means orbital quantum number, ml means orbital magnetic quantum number and ms means spin magnetic quantum number. These four quantum number represent the psi function means wave function or eigenfunction. R comma theta comma psi is equal to R into NL. R means Rydberg constant, N means principal quantum number, L means orbital quantum number into R and theta L into ML. This is capital theta and small theta, then theta ML into psi into EMS. This is equation number 3. The eigenfunctions are labeled by the same set of quantum numbers N, L, ML and EMS. We already discussed in last chapter. Are used for one electron atom eigenfunction and these quantum numbers are related to each other just as before. Okay. Now the spin eigenfunction which are indicated symmetrically as ms means spin magnetic orbital number is exactly the same as for a one electron atom. Furthermore, the describing the angular dependence delta L M L into theta and theta M L into psi are also exactly the same. These are two are the theta. Okay. The reason is that the time independent Schrodinger equation for an electron in a spherically symmetrical net potential is of exactly the same form as the time independent Schrodinger equation for an electron in the spherically symmetrical Coulomb's potential as far as theta and phi are connected. Therefore, equation 1 leads directly whose solution are theta of delta L into ml of theta and theta of ml into psi. For example, the sum of the probability densities for the one electron atom eigenfunction with n is equal to 2 and n is equal to 1 and all the possible values of ml is spherically symmetrical. This means that this statement is certainly also true for n is equal to 2 and n is equal to 0 and it can be shown to be true for any given n and l, means principal quantum number and orbital quantum number are same. For the previous discussion, we concluded that the same statement applied to the eigenfunction of a multi-electron. Now, when a multi-electron atom is in its ground state, The lowest energy quantum states of the electrons are completely filled using the exclusion principle. First step will be filled, then electron goes to next step. The next step will be filled, the electron goes to another next step. This work for exclusion principle. Thank you for watching the video.